Scorpio, welcome to your full moon in Gemini 2020 reading. And we have a full moon in Gemini November 30th at about 1:30 in the morning. Let's pull the Celtic cross and see what these culminated energies look like for you. It looks like during this moon cycle you could have experienced some really heavy burdens. But it looks like suffering loss, I'm hearing. Suffering loss, and it looks like you've really shouldered a lot. I'm hearing hate. And it makes me think of literally like smear campaign. This person has really been in a position of just, I'm hearing financial ruin. And it's the Seven of Cups. It looks like we're looking out over the stars here at all of our options. Everything that's been placed in our path, everything that's been placed on our table. And we have a really, I'm hearing wild card move. We have really like a combination of different, I'm hearing entities, of different forces here at play. And there's, this is the card of, I believe it's a red dwarf, but really behind the butterfly of transformation in this cup is like, it's highlighting transformation as a subject. I'm hearing return, and you could have had some kind of, where you've been trying to rebirth, and whatever this burden or struggle is, it looks like it could be financial. It has to do with some kind of exchange. It could be the exchange of information or knowledge, or the exchange of money. I'm hearing financial and correction. So the Six of Pentacles here is right at the crowning position of your spread. So hopefully you haven't suffered some kind of loss in relation to your finances. But it looks like that's a focus, whatever this exchange is, I'm hearing of material. And in the past, we have the King of Swords. So it could be in relation to some kind of knowledge or information, certainly in relation to the intellect. It could be the male hemisphere of the mind as well. Someone who's presiding, this could be you or someone you know, someone who's like presiding over some kind of, they've got like tools of manifestation at their disposal. They could be managing something, so there could be some kind of mismanagement involved. Looking forward, we have another king card, kind of like two king cards, kind of like right in the middle is sandwiched this burden. It's the King of Wands. So there could be some kind of storm in relation to your finances as well, as we look down and see this card, which is the Jupiter card. And Jupiter, it's got a lot of storm weather activity here. Jupiter does have a storm that's been raging on for, I think, hundreds of years. I'm hearing throughout. I'm hearing torture video. Let's look at what lies beneath here. And we're getting the card of radioactivity. Also radio frequency transmissions comes to mind. And it looks like some kind of a staring contest gone wrong. This guy's like got swords kind of darting out from his eyes here. I mean, something is like a disruption of intense focus or concentration, and it could be something that's a distraction for you. Looking at a partnership, this is your hopes and fears. It's binary star, some kind of partnership or relationship. It could be a contract, whether it be business or marriage. I'm hearing financial, and it is in reverse. So I don't know if you're looking into your partners. I'm hearing finances, but whatever it is, it may be something to be evaluated that you've had some kind of worry about, or also a hope about. And your financial and career position, we have the Hermes card. This is Mercury, and he is the Page of Swords. I'm hearing the Keeper of Knowledge, but it's more also the Apprenticeship card. Learning about some kind of knowledge. You could have to use your intellect or mental activity for whatever your job is. It could be communications. It looks like spreading the word about something or dissemination of information. And I'm hearing false interplay, and also false information has been repetitious. So be careful about miscommunications, disinformation, and misinformation during this time. And it looks like your work could be related to just that. And in the love position, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. You could have found out about something that has literally been some kind of unknown communication. And it looks like it's in reverse here. We're finding out about some kind of a communication or like I'm getting like debunk a mystery. And the Four of Cups here really speaks to like overabundance of something. So it's like the reversal of overabundance, whether it be something that you're spiritually or emotionally connected to. I see this could be a positive thing. It's almost like turning down an offer that wasn't really worth your time or worth your while. In the Destiny position, we have loss, reverse, which is some kind of loss associated to whatever it is that's like you turning down this, I'm hearing offer. Or some kind of communication. This could be spiritual or emotional for you, something that's related to your love life as well. But it looks like you're destined to overcome this grief. You're destined to overcome loss. You're destined to overcome this burden that's like right at the center of your spread here. So let's pull a card for any kind of like errors, miscalculations, miscommunications. And it's the card of Venus, the Queen of Staves. The Queen of Staves. The Queen of Wands. And she's kind of like dancing in front of Venus. This could be something that you're not quite open about yet. And you could also be called to, I don't know what your sign is in Venus, what your Venus sign is. You may be called to watch for whatever your Venus sign is. And so to freely express something, but also some kind of, it could be, I'm hearing arrangement. The downside of Venus, besides being a force of love, also is really what it's symbolic of. But Venus literally is like an inhospitable, I'm hearing planet. It's like an inhospitable environment or atmosphere to be in. So it could be your literal surroundings at this time that is causing so much loss and suffering and grief. And it looks like the one thing that's carrying you through is the message itself in relation to your work. And it could be some kind of like, you could have gone through some kind of a heartbreak. You could have gone through some kind of a heartbreak, but it's like heavily important that you overcome. I'm hearing this conversation. And so hopefully you can upright these pentacles here. It looks like balancing of partnerships could be a focus for you to reevaluate partnerships. And it looks like you have the positive and the negative. It looks like you've got kind of like a two-sided coin here is what I think of. I'm hearing taking your findings. I'm hearing reward. And I'm also hearing trust. Trust fund. I'm hearing. Okay, Scorpio, that is your Gemini new moon. It's the full moon in Gemini, November 30th, 2020. Thanks for joining.